Derby County, currently in a transfer embargo that means they can only sign players for free, and on top of that, with injuries, they barely have enough players to field a team at the minute. Things are not going well at the club, so today we step in and rebuild Derby County. Right boys, welcome back to another video, and today we are rebuilding Derby County. As you've seen in the intro, things aren't good for Derby at the minute. Transfer embargo, injuries, hardly any players in the squad. They can barely field a team at the minute. There's probably some financial issues in there too, and that they don't have a lot of money. They can't sign players anyway for the first season. They can only sign free agents. It's not looking good. So naturally, we're going to go in and rebuild them. So let's get into it. So here are the rebuild rules. The goal of the rebuild is to win the Champions League. Every game is quick simmed, but we will play the Champions League final. So here is the team we are working with at the minute. I have done all the transfers, so anyone who's been, brought in this summer is in the team, and all the players who have left are gone. Apart from a couple, Malone, Yosefzoon and Marriott, because they were out on loan last season, so they weren't in the squad list whenever I went into club transfers, and then obviously I've went into the career and they're on the squad list as out on loan. So I've recalled them, and what I'm going to do for these three, when we get a transfer offer for them, because I can't release any more players, I've already released a couple others who were in the same situation, called them back from loan and released them. When we get offers for these three, I am going to let them go for free. I'll renegotiate the offer down to 0 or probably like £1, and I'll let them go for nothing basically to make it fair. We do obviously have a couple of players in on loan. This is sort of the best squad we've got at the minute. Not absolutely awful, but there's a lot of old players. Marshall's 35, another 35-year-old. Clark at 23 is alright, but I think he's on loan. I've chosen to play Buchanan because he's 19, Forsyth's 31, so Buchanan can hit that 68 rating and keep growing past that. So yeah, hopefully we're going to have enough to just stay in the championship this season. We are going to be using the real life rule at the minute, where Derby can only sign free agents. We are only going to sign free agents this summer. We can still sell players if we want, and we'll use the money probably towards youth academy just. I think I'm going to need a better scout, so we're going to get some scouts in. We've got a lovely 5-star there, and we're just about going to be able to afford another one, whether we do it or not. I don't know. We might go for the 2.5 one. I'll make that decision later, but we've at least got one scout. We've got this guy who I don't think we're really going to be using. But yeah, we'll sell some players and hopefully we can just stay in the championship this year. So, first signing of the career, we've brought in Michael Smith, of course, from the free agents. Another free agent in, this guy, I'm not even going to try and pronounce his first name, but James, the Canadian centre-back, comes into the club. And we bring in Roland Varga, also from the free agents, 69 rated left mid, joins the club. And Malone was one of the players who had left in real life, so doing what I said I was going to do, I've let him go for £1 because we shouldn't be getting a transfer fee from this. Also, one thing I'd forgot to do that I have now done, I cancelled all the loans that we had in at the club from last season, so we don't have that now either, so this is the team at the minute. Jack Marriott, another one who was gone in real life, so he's gone to Toronto for, again, nothing, £1. And Yosefzoon, the other one, the final one, who was gone in real life, so we've let him go for £1 as well. And we have sent Mitchell Lawson on loan to Heidenheim for the season. So that is our window done. 3 players in, 3 players out. Spent nothing as per the rules, and I mean we made £3, but so what? This is the team. I've moved Bielik into centre back because he's a young lad. He's 22, and I wanted to be able to play Bird in CDM. So yeah, we've converted Bielik. I'm hoping him and Bird can kind of be a backbone for this team. Even Jozwiak is young. There's a couple of young players. Buchanan's only 19, so there's some potential, but definitely next season, when we're allowed to spend money, there are players we need to improve. But I have used the money we did have to get some good scouts in, and we're going to send them out for the season now as well. I don't usually show the scout reports during the season, but Leo Giordano, 3 million he's worth. We are bringing him in to the club, well, into the youth squad, and where is he? 66 rated. He is coming straight up into the first team, lads. So halfway through season 1, let's see how we're getting on. The manager rating is good, so that is a good sign, because could very easily be in a relegation fight. No, we're 9th. That is really, really good. I mean, we're 4 points off for the playoffs. I don't even want to be near the playoffs because we're not ready this season. Next season, maybe. I was expecting to struggle with this team. Blackpool, rock bottom. Where is it? There. Unlucky Blackpool. Championship's just too much. Really, really good. Sitting 9th with this team that was not great at the start. How are we looking? I mean, I don't know what striker I could sign for free at the minute. I mean, there could be someone. I'm gonna have to look at the free agents again. Bird up to 70, brilliant. Giordano, the youth academy player, converted him to a centre back. He's in there beside Bielik, looks brilliant. Silva, another youth academy player, on the bench, because that means we can let Ruse go next season. You can see Romano, Castro, and Arias have all been promoted as well. So looking good. The team's actually good rating, a lot of solid 70s. Baldock and Marshall obviously declining because they're so old. Kazim Richards declined massively because he was old. Really, really need a striker. Not too worried about a keeper. If he drops like 2 or 3 more ratings, we have Silva and Roos who can go in. But if I could find a decent striker off the free agents or a youth player, that would be ideal. But we're looking good to stay safe in the championship here. And we do send a player out of the club in January. Craig Forsyth sold to Alanyaspor for £810,000. And we've brought his replacement in from the free agents. Couple of years younger, same rating. Anton Nedjelkov, the Bulgarian, in from the free agents, of course. And we have also made some mad pre-contract signings, technically free, so they are within the rules. Christian Atsu from Newcastle, Famara Diedu from Bristol, and Andy Carroll will join from Newcastle, all at the start of next season. So, end of season 1, let's see how we done. Bit of a fall from where we were January. We were 9th in January. We finished 15th. Yeah, not awful, not the worst. Peterborough, Hull, Blackpool go down. Fulham and Brom straight back up. But yeah, I mean, kind of what we expected. Teams looking alright, but at least next season we can make some changes and actually sign players, like buy players, and maybe push for playoffs or something. So, first signing of the career where we've actually spent transfer budget. We've brought in George Bello for 1.5 million, plus Nedjalkov, the left back we got from the free agents last year. He's only going to be a backup. He's 2 ratings lower, but he's about 8 or 9 years younger, so I think it's a good investment for the future. Still bringing in some free agents though. David Alba joins on a free. And we've also brought in this decent looking youngster, to be fair, possibly a regen, I'm not sure, but Theo Boutef joins from the free agents as well. And we have sent Thomas Valentini out on loan to Vitesse for the season. And we have made a decent upgrade in the goalkeeper position. We have signed Paulo Gazzaniga for £6.2 million from Tottenham. Trying to get rid of some dead wood now, and we have sold Sam Baldock for £520,000. And we needed a big striker this season. Wasn't sure I was going to be able to afford someone good enough, so we have loaned in Josh Sargent from Man City for the season. So, trying to improve the potential of the youngsters, we have loaned out Martin Lozano to Trabzonspor for the season. And again, we have loaned out Jadon Mitchell-Lawson, this time to Huesca. We have also loaned out Valerio Fontana, he's away to Konyaspor for the season. And we make an upgrade to the right back position. Ryan Nyambe joins from Blackburn for £4.9 million. So hopefully that is going to be enough to have a good season. Hasn't been the best of starts, but I think it might have something to do with the fact I've had training turned off, so it's easier to sim through the calendar. Hopefully we can pick ourselves back up and maybe get in the fight for promotion. So 1st of January in season 2, let's see how we're doing. Have we picked up from the rough start we had in the first month or so of the season? I'm hoping having training back on helped the team a bit. Yes, it did! Top of the league. That's not what I wanted. Definitely didn't want European competitions. Top of the league. That is amazing. 6 points clear. Did not expect us to be there, considering we were in the relegation zone after like 3 games. Unbelievable. Let's see how the team's looking in terms of growth. Sargent's a 77. I mean, we're going to miss him next season. Gazzaniga still 77. High to mid to high 70s in the starting lineup, which is what we love to see. Sibley up to 72, which is good because he was kind of hanging back for a bit, but he is only 20. Good growth on him. Lawrence, probably the one we need to upgrade next season. Buchanan's still young, want to let him grow. Same with Giordano. Nyambe has been a really, really good upgrade. Again, Shinny's 30, so might have to upgrade him next season. We're still going to need a striker once we lose Sargent, but team is looking good at the minute, and hopefully we can keep going and get up to the Premier League. But first player to leave the club in January, Richard Stearman, has been sold to Bayern Munich 2 for £200,000, and Roland Varga has been sold to Bournemouth for £1.2 million. We have now let Dangmo leave the club. We have sold him to Al Shabab for £840,000. And Youth Academy player Mason Walsh sent out on loan to Inter Miami for the rest of the season. So no players brought in January. Didn't really have the funds to make any signings that would have made sense, or any signings that would have been worth it. So hopefully the team keeps growing, and we're 10 points clear at the top at the minute. So let's keep going and get into the Premier League for season 3. So Lads, here we are. A win and a loss to end the season. But we're in the FA Cup final. How? I don't know. So let's check. I mean, if we're in the FA Cup final, surely we're promoted. Easy. 108 points. We are going up to the Premier League. So yeah, you know what? We've just about got Gazaniga back from injury. So let's see. Can we win the FA Cup? Oh my word. No. City. Just too much in the end. But I don't even know how we got to the FA Cup final. But at least we are getting promoted next season. And I have already agreed to sell Tom Lawrence to Norwich for £4.5 million. Also, these are all the players that are going to be leaving. Davies, Sargent obviously is loan ends, Kazim Richards, Marshall, McDonald, Brown, Watson and Hutchinson all leaving for free. So lads, massive signing to kick off season 3. The board have backed us, they've give us money, they gave us around 45 million for the new season, so we have paid the release clause of 23.6 million to bring back Josh Sargent on a permanent deal. And we have sold Graham Shinney to Fenerbahce for £4.7 million. We have also sent Mason Walsh out on loan again to Vitoria for the season. And a big improvement in the left mid position, we have signed Adil Auchiche from St Etienne for £10.7 million. And a replacement for Shinney in the CDM, we have signed Santiago Ascacibar for £10.8 million from Hertha Berlin. And we have loaned out Telmo de Mesquites to Benevento for the season. We have also loaned out Martin Lozano to AZ Alkmaar. And Fernando Montenegro to Toronto, also on loan for the season. And Jason Knight has been sold. He had submitted a transfer request and he was in the last year of his contract, so if I'd waited till next season we wouldn't have got anything for him because it won't let me renew it. So we have sold him to Osasuna for £5 million. And we have sold James to Reading for £1.2 million. We've also loaned out Quiroga to Minnesota United for the season. And Martin Salazar also on loan to AZ Alkmaar for the season. That's our summer window done. A couple of big signings in, which is good to see. Only really one position I'm worried about, which is Cam, Sibley 74 rated. So there was someone I tried to sign, couldn't get it done, might go back to it in January, but other than that, hopefully we have enough to stay up this season. So here we are, halfway through season 3. Let's back out, see what's going on. Okay, that's not bad. 15th. We're not in the relegation zone, which I thought we might have been because we were losing a lot of games. We're only 4 points clear of it, but hopefully, I mean, Norwich are gone. Like, hopefully the team is doing enough. The players are growing pretty well, so definitely capable of staying up. I think obviously that Cam position sticks out, but I'm going to try to sort that this window. But a lot of 79s, 80s, which is good. So we have sold Ruse to Atlanta United for £870,000. And the cam position has been sorted out. We've brought in Morgan Gibbs-White from Wolves for £10.9 million. Took ages to get them to agree to it, but because we were very, very low on money, but we've managed to finesse our way and get this deal done. And we've sold Thomas Valentini to Groningen for £1.4 million. So that ends our January window for season 3. Now the job for the rest of the season is don't get relegated. So here we are, end of season 3. Have we managed to stay safe? Yes, we have, and we've managed to stay 15th, exactly where we were in January. Not moving at all, safe by 8 points, which is good. Team has done their job. How's the growth looking? Solid looking. 70, a couple of 78, 79s. Nice to see some 80s in there. So we're gonna have to start making 1 or 2 big upgrades over the next season or two. Obviously Buchanan 78, he's still only 22. Gazaniga might look to upgrade because a good goalkeeper does bits in simulations, and also he's 31, so he might end up dropping soon, but solid season and we stay in the Premier League. So first signing of the season, big free agent, Xherdan Shaqiri comes in on a free. And we have sold Sergio Arias to Benevento for £1.7 million. Another big free agent in, Josh King, joins on a free. And we have let our first choice goalkeeper go. Paulo Gazaniga signs for Sevilla for £9.3 million. But we have splashed out on a replacement, £31 million to sign Luis Maximiano. Also, just letting you know, some players have left the club. The likes of Andy Carroll left at the end of last season when his contract ran out, and the left mid, can't remember his name, we loaned him out last season, the original player, he's left the club as well. We have sold Famara Diédhiou to Benevento for £2.1 million, and Telmo de Mesquites has gone on loan to Club Brugge for the season. We've also sold George Bello to Buenos Aires for £3.1 million, and Fernando Montenegro has been sent on loan to Watford for the season. We've also loaned out Francisco Quiroga to AZ Alkmaar, and Tony Osorio sent out on loan to Defensa. We've also sold Nathan Byrne, the right back, for £2.3 million to Angers over in France. And I accepted this one by accident, but I think I'll let it go through for the season. Theo Buteff out on loan to Marseille. We've also sold Martin Salazar to Bournemouth for £2.8 million. And we've spent some money on a backup right back to replace Byrne. We've signed Nico Williams for £13.5 million from Liverpool. So that wraps up our January window. 2 big signings and 2 good free agents into the club. We have spent literally everything, so hopefully this team's going to be good enough to have a good season. I think we need to start qualifying for even the Europa League soon. Halfway through season 4, let's see how the boys are getting on. 10th, so mid-table. Board's not happy at the minute. I was sort of hoping we could push on. I mean, we're 2 points off 6th. We're 2 points away from Europa League. I would like a big push this season to even maybe get Europa League. I know the team's not unreal, it's not OP, but like it's still good. 83's coming in there. You know, you can start to see the positions we might need to improve next season. You know, Escasabar might need to be improved next season. Buchanan, we might need to bring in a better starter and sort of let him grow in the background. Sort of like we're doing with Nico Williams. He's only 22. Let him grow in the background while we have Niambe well ahead of him. I mean, obviously there's a lot of 81s and 80s around here, so we need to get these guys growing. I really want to see us pushing for Europa League soon, because that has to be the goal of the next, I think, season. If we wait any longer, this rebuild's going to take far too long. Not going to be doing anything in January though. The objective was to finish mid-table though, and we're literally right on course to do that. But a big push at the end of the season, we could sneak into the top 6, but I still think it's a lot to ask. So here we are, end of season 4. Good 3-0 win against Fulham on the final day. Is it enough? Have we had an unreal second half of the season and got European football? No, we missed out by a point. We finished 8th. Spurs get it on 65 points. Arsenal above us on goal difference might get qualifiers. I'm not sure. So if that's the case, we've missed qualifiers on goal difference by like 3 goals. Not in the FA Cup final. Didn't win the Carabao Cup. We weren't in anything else. Forget to check those sometimes. We haven't been doing anything. We haven't won anything. So the team, good growth on a couple of players. Definitely keeping an eye on 1 or 2 of the players to make sure that we do improve next season. I think we're going to need another CDM, and then we'll see what money we'll have left over. Probably a left back next. So yeah, that's why I want this in Europa League as soon as possible, because we're heading to season 5 now, and I'm not even sure if we're close to European football. So we have made a lot of free agent signings yet again this season. Baptistao, Marusic, Tolisso, Oxlade-Chamberlain and Callum Wilson all coming in for free. We also sold Xherdan Shaqiri to Getafe for 7.1 million and Tony Osorio to Inter Miami for 2.9 million. We've also sold Francisco Quiroga to Rotherham for £3.3 million. We have sold Santiago Ascacebar to Villarreal for £23.8 million. And his replacement, Boubacar Kamara, joins from Everton for £65 million. I feel like he always signs for Everton in career mode, don't know why. We've sold Josh King to SD Eibar for £2.9 million. And Christian Atsu sold to Stoke City for £1.3 million. We've also sold Theo Boutef to RB Salzburg for £3.7 million. And a big sale, one of the day ones, Kamil Jozwiak sold to VfL Wolfsburg for £40 million. And we have brought in his replacement, Sofiane Diop, joins from Juventus for £45 million. So 110 million spent, 85 million made, and a big upgrade in the CDM and right mid positions. Hopefully this is now looking like a team that can qualify for the Europa League. Yes, Buchanan still sticks out. We're going to have to try and sort him next season. But other than that, the rest of the team around him is looking very, very solid. So, lads, here we are in January 2025. Let's back out and see how we are getting on. We are 7th. We always seem to be in around like 7th to 10th at the minute. Hopefully we keep pushing on and we get Europa League football, because that is what needs to happen this season. The board's not happy at all. We have a contract situation going down with Bielik, so that's not good. There's not as much growth as I would like. My hope was that everybody would get to, apart from Buchanan, he's miles away, everyone would get to 85. Bielik, Maximiano, Diop all stuck at 83, Gibbs White at an 82. It's worrying. We are in season 5 now, and the team just still seems to be a fair bit behind, so we're going to have to be careful and make sure that we start getting a move on soon. So lads, end of season 5. First off, great end of the season. 3 wins and a draw with Liverpool. Very good. But we're in the FA Cup final against Arsenal. Could be a chance to win our first trophy, but have we done enough in the league to qualify for some sort of European football this season? Even if it's only Europa League, it's better than nothing. I'd be shocked if it was Champions League. It is Europa League. We get 5th. We're only 5 points off Champions League football. City absolutely dominating the league, but we get 5th, comfortably ahead of Arsenal. 11 points, really good. How's the team looking in terms of growth? Some nice growth. Diop hasn't grown this season. I hope he'll grow next season, because obviously we just signed him this season. Good to see the DMs at a good rating. I mean, we'll definitely be looking to improve Buchanan, and then after that you're probably looking at Bilek, maybe Maximiano, someone like that. But we're gonna sim the FA Cup final. Can we win our first trophy as Derby manager? Let's see if we can get it done. No, we can't get it done. I swear that's the second FA Cup final we've lost. 2 goals from Buendia for Arsenal. We lose in extra time. I swear we lost one in like season 2 or 3. We got to the final somehow and we lost like 2-0 to City or something. Can't believe that. But Europa League next season, and hopefully big money from the board because of that. A huge sale to kick off the season. We have sold Christian Bilek, the original Derby player, to Barcelona for £50 million. And a big sale warrants a big replacement. We signed Joe Gomez from Liverpool for £85 million. And Buchanan has needed to be upgraded for some time, so we have spent £62 million and brought in Renan Lodi. We might not have given him much time, but we need to keep improving. We've sold Sofiane Diop to Leverkusen for £60 million. But we have made a massive replacement signing. Callum Hudson-Odoi joins from Crystal Palace for £95 million. We have now got Buchanan out of the club. We've sold him to Leicester for £42 million. And we let go of Callum Wilson. He's off to Young Boys for £3.4 million. And another massive sale going through. We have sold Ryan Niambe to Bayern Munich for £90 million. And we have went straight out and got his replacement. We have signed Serginho Dest from Dortmund for £88 million. So, huge window, stupid numbers of money, amounts of money spent and made. And looking at that team, big upgrade. Surely it's good enough to do bits in the Europa League this year. So, halfway through season 6, our first year in European football. Let's see how it is going. Obviously, FA Cup here, we don't care. Let's check out the Premier League first. Okay, we're 4th. I mean, miles away from City. City are just running away with it at the top. But the top 8 is very close. 8th to 2nd is separated by 2 points, by 6 points. In fact, no. 8th to 2nd is separated by 4 points. What am I on? What the heck? That is so tight. So we are 4th. Looking decent. How is Europa League going for us? We are through to the round of 32. We play Monaco. We finished 2nd in our group comfortably, but I mean, compared to Fiorentina, we were a bit behind, which is kind of annoying. I wanted us to sort of be like comfortable in the Europa League. Team's looking, I mean, obviously it's looking good. Lots Maximiano up to 86, which is nice. Hudson-Odoi obviously 86. Alchiche, Bird, Lottie we obviously got in. 91 Giordano, the youth academy player, what a beast he is. Dest up to 88. Gibbs White's, you know, at an 85, he's just a bit below. But team is looking good, and I do sort of hope that we can get far in the Europa League and we can keep going and maybe push to win it, and top 4 finish would be great this season. But again, don't think we're going to be doing much business in January here. So lads, end of season 6, and you will not believe this, we're in the Europa League final. I don't know how we've done this, but 2 losses to end the league season, so not in great form at the minute. How's the league gone though? If we finish top 4, do we have Champions League regardless of what happens in this final? That's the FA Cup, we don't care. Arsenal beat Everton in the final, what a dead final. We finished 3rd, that's okay. Miles away from City, just like everyone else, but we are in the Champions League next season. Brilliant. We'll check the League Cup, not that anyone really cares. Spurs beat City in the final, right? So, Inter in the Europa League final. Can we win the Europa League with Derby County? Why is Maximiano 85? He's dropped down. He was 86 in January. Oh my word. He needs replaced next season. He definitely needs replaced, right? Europa League final, come on. Yes! Come on, Tolisso off the bench. And Hudson-Odoi. We win the Europa League, come on. First European trophy, not the one we want, but that is a big, big step. Team is looking really, really good right now. And before we go into the new season, Marusic and Baptiste both leaving. So yeah, Champions League next season. First sale of the new season, another original Derby player leaves. We've sold Louis Sibley to West Brom for £12.5 million. And lads, we have made a mad signing from the free agents. We've signed Dane Scarlett on a free, 80 rated, worth 39 million. I actually had to look him up to see, is this a real player? Because how is there an 80 rated guy on the free agents? He is. Apparently he plays for Tottenham. He has like 88 potential, so I mean he's worth near 40 million and we've signed him for free. We also signed Norberto Briasco from the free agents, 75 rated, so just good backup. And same with Gabriel Rios, 69 rated centre mid. He's going to go up to about 71, 72 when we convert him to a cam, so again, just good backup to bring in. And a massive sale. We have sold Morgan Gibbs White to Napoli for £80 million. And a big sale means a big replacement. We signed Mason Mount from Spurs for £90 million, bringing him back to Derby County. He was here on loan from Chelsea. Somehow he's moved to Spurs. We've saved him. And it's an absolutely huge sale out of the club. We've sold goalkeeper Luis Maximiano to Aston Villa for £105 million. I actually couldn't get him sold at first. Teams kept walking out when asked for that much. So I checked his contract. He had 1 year 11 months left, so It's not like you only had 12 months left and teams would lowball you. But renewed it. I added an extra year and put in the release clause, and 2 days later Villa paid it, so that's worked out. Big money into the club. And who else was going to replace him? Donnarumma signs for 135 million from Milan. And this one came out of absolutely nowhere, but it was financially possible, so we done it. We've signed Alphonso Davies from Chelsea for £47 million plus Renan Lodi. We've also signed Kevin Trapp on a free. He's 83 rated, so good backup. And we've signed this youngster, Tom Simignani, from Chelsea for £6 million. Again, more backup. So, lads, that is the transfer window done. 278 million spent, almost 200 million made, and I have to say I am very, very happy with this team right now. First team obviously looks OP. The depth is good. The depth is solid, you know, so I can't complain about that. But yeah, very, very good first team at the minute. Hopefully it's going to be our year in the Champions League. If you haven't watched a rebuild before, by the way, if we get through the knockouts, we quick sim the knockout games live rather than simming past in the calendar for these rebuilds. But first, we'll see how we're getting on halfway through the season. So lads, here we are in January. Let's back out and see how the monster team is doing. How is the Premier League going? Can't lie, I've been watching the calendar sim through and there's been a few dodgy results. What the heck? 10 points off top. Like, our team is unreal. How's Champions League going? We made it through and we play Napoli in the round of 16. That's good. But what has gone on here? Who's not playing? Because something is bound to be happening. He's played 8 games. Like, are my main players Dest suspended, right? But like, it's not as if they're not playing a lot of games. They're still playing most of the games. So I don't know how we're 4th in the league. Obviously Champions League is the main thing, but we need to make sure that if we do bottle it this year at any point, we're going to be back in it next year. So here we go, Champions League round of 16, our first knockout stage game with Derby. We're going to be missing a player. Who is it? It's Dest. And Napoli have Gibbs White and Neymar, but he's old by now. Gibbs White, the first leg away in Naples. 3-1 win. Come on, Sargent hat-trick. Big result for the first leg. Second leg, we're 3-1 up. We should be fine. And I believe we have Dest back this time. Yes, we do. Finish off the job, boys. 3-1 up. And it's a 2-1 win. Into the quarters we go. So, Inter now in the quarterfinals. Home leg first, which I don't like. Who are we missing this time? Davies, the left back. Can 73 rated Miller get the job done against Inter? Come on, boys. It's a 1-1 draw. I don't like that at all. Second leg, and yet again we're missing a player. This time Auchiche, we are missing. 81 rated Fowler coming in. Come on lads, get the win. The team's still good all round. Yes, come on. 2-0 win and Fowler even scores. Come on. Semi-finals, and we have Liverpool. Not good at all, lads. Fowler getting another chance in the squad. That's all we're missing. That Liverpool team's looking good. Need a big result here, lads, because this is going to be tough. Oh, we are in trouble now. Second leg, don't have much hope, really. 2-0 down. We need a win. Come on, lads. Pull off a miracle. It's a 1-0 win. It's not enough. Out of the Champions League in the semi-finals. If we hadn't messed up at home, we would have been through. So, end of the season. We've got the FA Cup final. So what? How did the league go? Please tell me we finished top 4. Yeah, we did. We finished 3rd again, but how that team has played so bad this year, I don't know. Look at that. How is that team not good enough? We're going to be missing 2 players for this FA Cup final. Oh no, we're not. Oh, Chicha is going to play. Quick sim. Sums up our season, really, doesn't it? Sums up our season. Into season 8 we'll go. Oh, and by the way, we did win the Carabao Cup, so there's that. Lads, a huge sale to kick off season 8. We'll have to just go all in now. Josh Sargent sold to Juventus for £185 million. I said we had to go all in, no messing about. I know it's boring, but clearly this is what EA want. We've signed Kylian Mbappe from PSG for £250 million. Again, things had to change. We've sold Adil Auchiche to Real Madrid for £175 million. He hasn't been having a great season. He's had a poor last 2 seasons. Big upgrades need to happen. And there was only one man to come in and replace Auchiche. We have signed Jadon Sancho from Borussia Dortmund for £210 million. We've also let go of Kevin Trapp. We've sold him to Southampton for £1.6 million. Good deal for a 37-year-old. Big window completed, 460 million spent on 2 players, Mbappe and Sancho. If that team can't win everything this year, something's incredibly wrong. I've moved the wide men up to be wingers, so we're playing a 4-3-3 now. Mount's still in cam though, so he's in his best position. Teams should be able to win everything. If they don't win the league, something's wrong, but obviously, main goal, still the Champions League. So here we are, halfway through season 8. Monster team. Surely we're doing a lot better. The manager rating is not looking good, so I don't like the look of that. Premier League, we are top of the league, 10 points clear. That's more what I expect from us, to be honest. Liverpool in 8th, City in 6th. Mad time. United 10th. Arsenal 9th, that's not too realistic or unrealistic. Birmingham bottom of the league. Birmingham in the Premier League. How's Champions League looking? We are through and we play Juventus. I was actually worried because I've seen some of the results. Right, we're through, 5 points clear, no problem. How have Leipzig won 6 out of 6? They've beaten us twice, right? They beat us twice. So that's worrying. They play United. The way United look in the league right now, I'm not sure if they'll even be able to knock Leipzig out. I mean, as you can see, lads, the team is absolutely ridiculous. There's nothing that you could want to change about that, you know? What would you even change if things went wrong this season? I really don't know. Just one signing in January. We've signed this youngster, Karim Benzia, from the free agents. 18, 74 rated, there's just some free agents you can't turn down. So, as I said, just one signing. That's our window. Hopefully we can do better in the Champions League this year. One thing I need to be careful about is Nico Williams. Wanted to go out on loan. Didn't get him out on loan, obviously. And his contract expires at the end of the season and he won't renew because he wants to leave. So basically, if we don't win the Champions League this year, I'm going to have to put him in a swap deal before we literally get absolutely nothing for him. But hopefully it won't come to that, because really this team should be good enough to win the Champions League this year. So here we go, Champions League round of 16, home leg first against Juventus. Of course we've got some sort of injury. It is the cam mount, and Chamberlain's down to 75. So we probably have to go Tolisso in there just because he's 80 rated. In fact, do you know what we can do? Drop him down to centre mid. That'll do. Hopefully the squad's still good enough to get through this. Come on, it's a ridiculous team we've got. But Juventus do have Sargent from us, but it's a 1-0 win. And it's actually Dane Scarlett off the bench. Big that we've kept a clean sheet at home there. So, second leg now, away to Juventus. Who are we missing this time? We're missing Dest, and that's why it's good that we still have Nico Williams at the club. 83 rated, can fill in and do a job. We're 1-0 up, lads. Keep it simple. Finish it off. 2-1 win. Hudson-Odoi with 2 goals through to the quarterfinals. So, Lyon in the quarterfinals, away leg first, which I do prefer, because if we can score a couple of goals, puts us in a really, really good position. Obviously, someone like Cherky in that team, and Stengs, guys who could have grown, Estupinian, but we should still have a team good enough. Come on, lads. 2-0 win. Mount and Mbappe. That's a solid win for the second leg. Here we go, second leg. Hopefully we are going to go through to the semi-finals here. We're 2-0 up, so we're in a good position. So what's it going to be, lads? Another 2-0 win. Mount and Mbappe. I think they might have been the 2 players that scored in the first leg as well. 4-0 over Lyon, and into the semis we go. A big one here. In the semi-finals, we have Barcelona. Maybe not to be as feared as much as they should have been in the past, but that's still an unreal team there. Camavinga, Lautaro Martinez, Harry Kane, Sané, Goretzka, Skriniar, Ter Stegen. Can the boys get it done? Home leg first. 3-2 win. I'm glad that we won, but 2 away goals for Barcelona is worrying. Here we go, lads. Second leg at the Nou Camp. We are 3-2 up. Come on, boys. Full squad. Let's get it done, please. 2-1 win. Come on. We don't bottle it this year. And Derby County are into the Champions League final. Come on. So, lads, end of season 8. And for the first time in this career, we have the Champions League final against Bayern Munich. So let's see how everything else has played out. Premier League, how have we finished? Has this monster team finally got the job done? Yes, they have, pretty comfortably. Big win. We win the league. Chelsea second, Spurs third, Villa fourth. Liverpool 9th, Arsenal 10th. Oh my word. Bit of a mental season there, but we win the league, finally step up. FA Cup, I think I seen us win at the end of the season there. Yes, we did. We beat Villa in the final. And then the Carabao Cup, what happened there? Spurs beat Chelsea 1-0. Where did we go out? To Bournemouth in round 4. That was one of those random ones that, yeah, we just lost. We didn't lose too many games this season. There's just random ones here and there. And then, of course, Bayern in the Champions League final. Crazy. But, I mean, look at this team. How could that team not be in the Champions League final? And we're going to have a full squad as well. No injuries, no suspensions. 96 Mbappe up front. Let's look at the stats a minute. 38 goals from Mbappe this season. 27 for Sancho, 23 Hudson-Odoi, 16 Mount, 11 for Davies. And then after that it's all low numbers. And then in terms of assists, Mbappe with 15 as well. Mount with 14, Kamara with 10. Like, Mbappe has been a mental sign-on. You know, obviously, you try to do it with different players. It would have been nice to reach the Champions League final with Sargent and Alchiche, you know, at striker and left mid. But look, sometimes the game just doesn't want to let you have that much fun, and you have to just say, right, Mbappe and Sancho, it's going to have to be. Even with the goalkeeper, Donnarumma, who else are you going to get? Unless you get lucky and your keeper grows like a madman, you're going to have to get Donnarumma eventually. But we do have Bird, who was a Derby original, Giordano, who was a youth academy player from season 1. Absolutely crazy. I think he went straight into the first team as well because he was so high rated. He was worth like 3 million. So yeah, that is the team. And hopefully these are the boys that are going to win us the Champions League, lads. Let's get into it. So, lads, here we go. It has been a long journey, but we have finally got Derby County to the Champions League final in Season 8 at the Bernabeu against Bayern Munich. It's not going to be easy, but we do have a very good team, so hopefully I'll be able to put in a good performance and score some goals with these players. I mean, I've got Mbappe up front. Should be getting the job done here. And now Jadon Sancho down the wing. Comes inside to Mbappe. Bird. Mount. Now Dest. Mbappe. Nowhere really to go. Hudson-Odoi. Mbappe finds Kamara, who hits it, and it's a good save from, I think the guy in goal for Bayern's called Stefanov. Swept in towards Giordano, took a deflection, and Stefanov able to hold it. Oh dear, we've got an injury, boys. I think it's Dest. He's went up for a header and he stayed down, which isn't good. 12 minutes into the Champions League final, and we're going to have to sub off Serginho Dest. Nico Williams comes on, 94 pace, so, you know, he's still going to be alright, but we've lost Dest early on here. Hudson-Odoi to Nico Williams, who whips it across for Mbappe. Good save. What a save from the keeper. It was a good ball in. And now Coman for Bayern trying to counter. Joe Gomez, great defending. Mount into Bird. Back to Mount, and now Mbappe out to Hudson-Odoi. Good chance for the first goal here. We're going to try and play it across. Bayern defend it well. Hudson-Odoi. Mount. Mbappe. Looking for Mount again. That's a save from the keeper. Gonna have to go for Giordano again here. That's nowhere near him. Gomez. Hudson-Odoi has done well. I thought he might get the shot off at the end there. Mount. Mbappe making the run. Keeper's off his line a bit. And Mbappe scores! What a chip from Mbappe! 3 minutes before half time. And Derby finally take the lead. Who else was it going to be but Kylian Mbappe? Keeper moves forward off his line a wee bit, and we see it, and we take advantage of it. What a goal from Mbappe. Derby 1-0 up in the Champions League final. That's well won. Now Mbappe. Good support, and he has Sancho. He's going to whip it back post. Mount's arriving. Oh, it's in. It did cross the line. And it's 2 before half time. Let's see this. Because that literally bounced in and out. I mean, it's bound to bounce a wee bit more. Oh, that here. I'm not actually sure if the whole ball was over there. I don't think the entire ball was over the line. Nice of EA to give that one. 2-0 heading into half time, but I'll admit, controversial goal at the end there. Sancho into Mbappe. And Mount is making the run. Mason Mount gonna go alone. This is safe from the keeper. Corner now. Giordano, can we get this youth academy player a goal in the final? Header's not great. Williams, Hudson-Odoi, and there's men in the middle, and one of them's Mbappe. It's saved, but he gets the second chance. I didn't really think Mbappe was the best one to take that on there. I thought Kamara would have been better because he would have had more of an open net. Mbappe's original shot saved, but he gets the header. He gets a second chance at it. Heads it past the keeper. 3-0 Derby, running away with it now. Hudson-Odoi picks it up. Mbappe forced to play it back. But now that's a great ball to Mason Mount. Far too easy. Just far too easy. We are on ultimate difficulty. There are no sliders on. We're also on competitor mode, by the way, for anyone that wonders about that. We are on competitor mode. Hence why I'm not sure if it's in the video, but there was a point earlier where Bayern must have done about 50 ball rolls and roulettes in the space of 2 in-game minutes. But Mason Mount makes that look easy. It's his second of the game. That crazy manager is loving life. Derby have waited years for this, but they're making the most of it. 1 minute of injury time left. Bayern trying to get some sort of consolation, but I think if this goes out, that'll be it. And yes, it is. Derby County have done it. 8 long seasons. When we bottled it in the semis last year, I just thought, oh no, like, I cannot believe that. With the squad we had, how were we bottling things? I think changing to a 4-3-3 did help. That formation seems to be very OP when you're simulating games. So having 2 wingers rather than 2 wide men was probably better. I think it shouldn't make that much of a difference, but apparently it did. And then obviously the big upgrades, Sargent and Belchiche leaving, and Mbappe and Sancho coming in. We're lucky. We have the normal Champions League trophy. A lot of people are getting a blacked out one at the minute. But it's Bird, an original Derby player who lifts the Champions League trophy. Was hoping for a while it might have been Bilek, but we did have to let him go in the end. Bird has kept growing. He's been there since day one. Technically, Giordano has been there since day one. He's been there since season 1. So, 2 day 1 players, 1 original real life Derby player. What a moment. As I said, we had to buy some boring players, Mbappe and Sancho, to get it done. But sometimes you just have to do it. Let me know in the comments who you want to see me rebuild next. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do a couple more rebuilds, a couple more Sprint of Glories before FIFA 22. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I will leave you with the title celebrations. Cheers.